Hello everyone, this is my final project mainnet made using Unity 6. Let me open the game first. This is a small puzzle maze game. Player wake up inside the dark maze and have to find the escape pod before running out of turns. The main idea is not just walking around, but also using clues from walls, terrains, and block shape to guess where you are. First, this is the main menu. Here are three main buttons: Start, Option, X. These buttons have hover and click sounds, and the menu also have background music. The X button will immediately close the game application. Let me reopen it. Now I will show the options. Here you can see the story and the rules. The story is simple, no one knows who built the maze, and escape is possible and not guaranteed. The rules are using WSD and arrow keys to move, press space to activate end turn, and press M to open the block reference. The game maze is wrapped around. If you leave from one edge, you will come back from the opposite edge. Health only shows when the player steps on them. Walls are revealed when the player hits a wall or end a turn. A special one, the traps are hidden at first. When players step on them, it looks like grass at the first time. But if the player steps on the same trap again, it will reveal and the player forced to stop. This slider changes the turn limit. The default is 10, the color also shows the difficulty. Less than 10 is red, so it's hard. From 10 to 20 is orange, so it's medium. More than 20 is green, so it's much easier. For now I will keep it at 10. Later I will change it and show you how to affect the game. These two sliders control music and the volume of the sound effects. Now I close the option to start the game. Now the player enters maze and start the player fade in. We can hear the game start sound. The game screen also supports different window sizes. The UI uses Unity Scalar and the background uses Flutter script. So layout can adapt when the window size change. Also have make a bigger screen. On the left side we have a main game UI. The top of the is a turn counter. It shows the current turn and the turn limit, which is 10. Below is the current tile feedback. It tells me if I start on grass, water portal, or wall, or escape pod. Yes, that's like grass. This button is on the current turn. I also press space. When on the turn, the game reveals the walls around the current tile. This is important because the wall information is one of the main clues. This is the block button. I can also press N. This pop-up shows the block reference of this run. The full map is 9x9 grid made from the 9 3x3 blocks. From each game start, the game samples 12 regular blocks and 4 escape blocks from the full block library. So this pop-up shows the 16 puzzle blocks for this run. Then the actual maze uses 8 regular blocks and 1 escape block from the pool. Because of this, each game is different. The player needs to compare the real map and list block shapes and guess which block they are inside. For example, for the first one, there's a grass in the center and there's a wall on the right side. If I have looks like a shape like this, I can guess if it's this one or this one. It all have the same shape like here. Now this empty area is for the win and lose result. At start it's empty. At the bottom there's a restart button and the menu button. The restart button only shows after the game ends. The menu will send me back to the main menu. Now I'll move the player a few steps. you can see one edge will connect to another. Player have a walking animation. When the player stops, the character goes back to the idle and breathing animation. The side effects using the splash flipping, so the same side animation can face left or right. Now I'll show the different terrain effects. For this part I use the H key to pick the whole map. This peek feature is used only for demonstration and debugging. In the real game, players should not see the whole map. First is grass. When I step grass, the feedback has become green and the grass someplace. The grass also have the animation themes. Next is the water. Let me see, I can find the water. Water gives like a blue feedback and play water sound. It also uses the animation spreadsheet sheet. The next is the portal. Let me find the portal. When players step on the portal, the game plays the portal sound, shows the portal effects, and waiting for a short time, it teleports the player to another position. Finally, the trap. I don't see a trap in this game. We start again. There's a trap at the downside. The trap is a special one. The first time I step on the trap, it looks like grass, and the feedback also says grass. But if I leave, I step on the same tile again, it becomes a trap. The trap appears, and the trap sound plays. Player will force to stop. You can see the turn number goes up. Now I'll play a normal without using the peek feature. Let me start again. The goal is reach to a secret pod before the turn limits, so the player has a limited information. So I need to use the review tiles and walls to reason about my position. For now I think that this is like I'm in this tile, in this position, and I have like a wall here. It's from the block at here. So maybe this is a escape pod, I guess. Maybe it's escape pod from this one or this one. Let me try it. Yeah, for now I'm sure it's the escape pod for the first one. Now I find the escape pod. When the player reaches the escape pod, the game trigger will win state. The background music stops and the win sound plays. The full map is revealed and the escape celebration effect appears. The UI shows you escaped, and the restart button appears. You can now restart a new game. When the turn count reaches to like I will show the loose case. We just hit some walls. When the turn limits reach to 60% of the limit, the turn text become orange and it warns the players that the round is running out. And also when it reaches to 80%, the text becomes red and start to blinking quickly. If I do not reach the escape pod before the limit, the game will end with lose states. It says out of turns and I lose states sound plays and the whole map will reveal this. Now I will return to the main menu and change the turn limit. The turn limit also lets like a difficult setting. When it's lesser, it's become more harder. Maybe let me try like 6. Now you can see the turn limit is now 6. And the water here. Yes. think has this block. Another water. And a pot. Maybe at this one. At here. We had a wall at down. Supposed not be a wall at here. So I know there's like a wall in this block and a wall in this block. So these two are not the escape pod. Because the escape pod don't have a wall at this position. So I change to see another wall. Oh, you can see the 6th turn is very hard. So I lose so quickly. Now I decide to turn to like 15. With 15 turns, it's like I have more space to test the walls, compare the block, and find the escape pod. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. I think now it's the demo for the game. Let's show some code in the Unity project. Now I'll show the Unity project and some code. First is the player animator. The animator uses the parameter like is moving, move X, move Y to control player moves. Let me select the player. When the player moves, the controller chooses the correct walking animation, and when the player stops, I choose the correct idle animation. And there are also some animation clips for the both for player idle and walk. Let me stop the game. And here this is the audio, and here are some image, like the spreadsheet for the player, and some console button for the menus, and the walls, and the tile. Grass, water, and portal are animated by switching the square frames over time. In the map render, the animation tiles are stored in a list, and the update function will change the frame every 0.2 seconds. Let's now show the escape pod. The escape pod have a glowing effect. The switch changes the alpha value of the dark overlay, so the pod looks like it's blinking between light and dark. The player animation is controlled by the player animator controller and the player controller. The player controller reads the keyboard input, call the game manager to try a move, play the walk sound, and update the animator parameters. Also handle the wraparound movement at the edge of the map. And the H key to pick feature for the demo use. Now it's the game science bootstrapper. This script builds most game science by code. It creates the event system, audio manager, map render, and also background, game manager, player, and also camera. Nearly create everything in the game. I'll show the game manager. When a game starts, the game manager will sample the block pool, generate a map, and place the player, review the start tile, and also start the trial animation. The player will fade in the maze. During the game, The try move will call to check the walls. If the move is valid, the player moves successfully. If there's a wall, the game will play a wall sound and review the nearby walls and end the turn. When the player reaches the escape pod, it will trigger a win. The basic data are in the code folder. The group type defines the tiles like empty, grass, water, and trap, and portal, and also act. The wall type is like have a empty or normal wall. Game state like controlling the game state, like spawning, game turn, killer turn, and portal transit on a win-lose condition. And also like grid data. It stores the data in one tile, like the grid type of this tile, and the 4 walls, portal transit offset, and the track visit count. The game setting saves the turn limit with the player preference, and clamps it from 5 to 30. The tile effects are handled by the tile event system. The grass play a grass sound, the water play a water sound, and the portal play a portal sound. The portal returns at a portal result, so the game manager will start the teleport process. When it's like a trap, the first visit look like a grass and play a grass sound, but later visit will trigger a trap and play a trap and will stop the player. This is the map generator. The map is generated in the map generator and the block definitions. The block definition have the all 3x3 blocks pattern in the game. They're like 21, I remember, 22 regular blocks and 8 X blocks. And we'll build a block library in the game. At the game start, we'll sample from the block list. Each game will sample block generator. Each game will sample like 12 regular blocks and 4 escape blocks for the block pool. And the map generator will pick 8 regular blocks and 1 escape block, and put them into the 3x3 block layout, and create a final 9x9 map. Also check the players can reach the escape pod. So the player must can reach the escape pod. The general map is playable. The block data is a small class for one 3x3 block. It can clone itself, and cloning reset the trap with the count. This is important because each new game should start clean. Also, it's an important one. It's the map render. It creates a whole map. That creates a ground tile, fog tile, wall slots, corners, escape pod, and also particle effects and celebration particles. Also review tiles and walk step sets, and review the full map when the game ends. Also check the word and the wall slots, review tiles, also peak function, and escape pod and celebration effects. Next is Game UI. Game UI controls the left side UI. It listens the event from the game manager and updates the turn level, feedbacks, test, win and lose message, and the restart button. And each tile have its own color. It also changes the turn color. White at first, orange, after 60%, and red after 80%, and also blinking. Next is the block list pop-up. This script builds a block reference pop-up. It reads the Kevin sample block proof and draws each 3x3 block as a small card, including terrains and walls, and shall show the sample in the game. Yeah, like this one. There's 16 blocks in the game, 12 regular one and 4 escape pod. It'll show like a small card in the game to show the block reference, help player to see the block in the game. Next is the start menu controller. Simon Controller build like an option pop-up that handle the start option and the X button. It also create a turn limit slider, volume sliders, and auto game rules, button sound, and the rule test. Finally, it's the audio manager. It manages the audio system in the game. This is like an autoclave reference, and all the function API for the call to play sound, and also can change the volume. Overall, this game is mainline maze. It combines block-based map generation, hidden information, tile events, animation, audio feedback, and UI-based reasoning. The player had to explore the maze carefully, compare the root clue with the block list, and reach the escape pod before the turns running out. So this is my project using Unit 6. Thank you for watching.